Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Dear Sybersue. I'm your host, Susan McCord, and my guest co-host today is
Andrea Wesley.
Andrea is a longtime friend and fellow writer, and we actually met on a writing blog, and we're still connecting here and there. She's actually writing for thebold.com and is getting quite a following on there. She's got lots of things to say that are pretty out there. We might tone it down a little bit for this video, but so what we're going to talk about today is what real women want in relationship. Now, we know guys out there have their opinions about what women are like today, who they think they are, who they want to be, who they don't want to be. All these scenarios come into play with what men think about who we are, and also who we think we are. Do we know who we are? That's the big question. And once you know a little bit about who you are, you're comfortable in your own skin, you do tend to choose a little more wisely with people that you allow into your life. So what would you say, Andrea, Miss 30-year-old, which I wish I was again, what do you think makes a real woman in your age group?
Well, I think that definitely there's a huge change from when I was in my 20s and when you're in your 30s. You really do concretely know what you want in a partner because you know the foundation of the woman that you are. And I think that modern women especially, they want a man who is secure within himself. And it's not just his confidence, but it's also his, how he is in life. We want men who are financially sound. They don't have to be rich by any means, but they need to be able to pay their bills. Women in my generation that are still single in their 30s, they are very independent and they're very financially sound and they're very successful, and we want a man that can bring the same thing to the table. That they don't have to be making as much money as us, but they do need to bring something to the table. They need to be responsible adults, and they also need to be honest. Honesty is this quality that's severely lacking in not just men, but women too. You need to be honest about what your intentions are. Mm-hmm. Women want to be with someone who wants the same things as them when it comes down to the relationship, and it comes down to life goals too. Because your morals have to align if a relationship is going to actually progress to a forever place.
And you know what she said there is that's really good because, and that's at 30. And I feel the same way in my 50s, that I still want that same thing. So I think once you know who you are and you're comfortable with what you're doing in your life, whether, your job, your fitness level, your all your other extracurricular activities, whatever they might be, and you're comfortable with those, it makes you feel whole. So now you've got time and an open heart to give to somebody because you feel good about who you are. And I think no matter what age you are, when you get to that place, that's when you can be real about your choices and your expectations in life.
Yeah, you don't need to be fake. You don't need to play games. You don't need to set a timer and wait to text the guy back. You don't need to do that stuff. You need to just be yourself, and you need to be sure of what you want and not accept anything less. That's what women want in their 30s, in their 40s, in their 50s, in their 60s. When you're a grown-ass woman, that's what you want.
So, in conclusion to this, instead of it being a battle of the sexes and everybody being mad at each other for certain things that they don't like about each other, don't date those people. Keep yourself moving up the ladder to meeting somebody that's more of the caliber of person you want. Because you're real, you want somebody else real. So don't date people that piss you off. Date people that are closer to who you are as a person, and eventually when you start getting it and not playing the games, you will meet that other real person. Then you guys can have a good relationship together. Stop complaining about each other and find somebody who you fit and connect with. Thanks for listening, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye.